And we are back, and you're watching News Channel 3 Live at 9. We talk a lot about cooking fresh fruits and vegetables on this show, supporting our local growers.
That's right. It's something they do at Chez Philippe at the Peabody Hotel all the time. But now Chef Reinaldo Alfonso is taking it up a notch. He started his own, I'm going to mispronounce this, Rennie, charcuterie?
Yeah, you got it.
Charcuterie in the hotel's kitchen.
And Chef Rennie joins us in the Cole's kitchen here in Peabody Place to explain, Chef Rennie, what that means.
What is that?
What is it?
Charcuterie is really the art of preserving meat.
Okay.
Any small town in Europe will have a charcuterie in their small town, showcasing the local regional specialties.
Seriously?
Yeah, so if you go to Lyon, you'll have the sausages of Lyon and all that type of stuff going on, pâtés. And if you go to Alsace, they'll have their own style of sausage. So every region in Europe and every little town has their own specialty. And a lot of the sausages and pâtés are named after that town or region.
I see what you're saying now. Yeah. What about the preservation process for those meats? Very difficult to do, kind of hard to do?
It was a fun project, shall I say, to figure it out. I've been working at it for now 3 years. And the hardest part is controlling temperature and humidity. And you have to keep a constant going on most of the time. Now, most of the time in Europe, or even in this country, when they do the country hams, the slaughtering of the hog, shall we say, is in the fall months.
Okay.
Because that's when the initial salting and curing of the meat's done, so the weather's cool and it preserves the meat. And then into the summer months, it starts rendering some of the fat and drying out. So a country ham, technically, in this country, has to be aged a minimum of 6 months, and it has to endure the 3 hottest months of the summer to be technically called a country ham.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow, this is pretty technical.
It's, every region has its technique, blah, 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 and especially like the prosciuttos and all that, they're all like prosciutto di Parma, prosciutto San Daniele. It's a region and they're protected.
Does it taste different?
Every region's prosciutto tastes different, Serrano hams taste different kinds of hogs, different type of feed. All that comes together, the air, the temperature, all that comes together.
Flavor.
Oh, interesting.
So what are you going to show us right here this morning?
Well, right here we're just showcasing the charcuterie platter we do at the restaurant.
Okay.
We do an assortment of things. We usually get the whole hog in the restaurant, and we'll break it down, and we'll cure the different muscles and make sausages and all that stuff.
You do this?
Yes, we do
at the South Grand Hotel?
Yeah.
When did you start doing this? When did you have time to do this?
In the mornings. My wife always says I only have time to get up in the morning to go fishing or to process a hog.
You are such an eclectic guy. Okay, so are you taking hogs from our region only? And is this, the idea of this is making a Mid-South charcuterie?
Yeah.
You're the only one here.
We're trying. We're using Newman Farm pork, which is from Myrtle, Missouri, which is about 2 hours away from here.
Okay.
It's been the best pork I have found in the country, and a lot of top chefs in the country use Newman's pork. Mario Batali, Alice Waters, they use his pork because it's the quality. It's a black Berkshire pig, and the reason their pork is so important and good for this process is the feed and the intramuscular fat that the hog has.
And that it depends on the exercise and the food, I assume?
That depends on how long you can age it. And how long and how well it'll take to the cure.
But I mean,
have these hogs been hitting the treadmill a lot before?
They're free range, they're happy pigs, they're outside running.
So that's why you have that great intermuscular, because of the way the hog is raised.
And the meat is almost red like beef.
Really?
Because it's actually getting exercise. It's not like domestic pork where they're just sitting in a pen like that, just waiting for D-Day.
Now, Rennie, can the layperson, will he or she be able to detect a difference in the taste? Or
definitely.
An expert like yourself?
No, definitely. With this pork, you get a more pork flavor. It's more pronounced. I don't know if that makes sense, but it just gives it more of that porky goodness that we all like.
So talk to us a minute about what we think of as preserved meats, the sausages and things that we buy in the grocery store. They're preserved with chemicals or what?
Well, no, a lot of the time,
the
big companies that are making salamis and all that type they use a lot of extra salt.
Oh.
The reason for that is they don't have as much loss in the curing and drying process.
Okay.
I've thrown away a lot of stuff.
It cuts costs
for them. So when you're doing homemade and artisanal charcuterie, you're using less salt and you're trying to showcase the meat.
Okay. So that's healthier because
it's healthier, less salt, and actually, if you're using free-range hogs that are fed a good diet, they have more monounsaturated fats than the commercially available hogs.
So sausage can be good for you if you get the right kind.
It's a great Atkins option.
We have less than about a minute left here, Rennie. What else do you need to kind of show us here?
Like, how do we eat the charcuterie
The charcuterie platter, we just do different types of, we just showcase whatever we have ready at the time. We always have something going. Our prosciuttos take about 2 years
You are kidding.
to age.
Wow.
So this guy here has been about a year old. He's not ready. I'm going to be putting him back in the, but over here I have a chunk of 2.5-year-old. prosciutto,
Right here.
Wow.
which is this one right
Okay,
here to try.
where
Give
in
it
the
a try.
hotel do you have all these things hanging? I mean, did
We
they give
built
up
a cure
hotel
box.
room?
No, we built a cooler, and we put temperature and humidity controllers in it, and humidifiers and dehumidifiers
Did the
in it.
manager say, you're crazy when you came to this one? Did Doug say, what are
Well,
you
I did this
thinking?"
originally out of my house, because I didn't want to have the hotel invest in all that type of
Did
stuff.
your wife say, are you insane?
I had the best smelling garage
I bet you do.
in all of Memphis. And,
Wow.
you know, and this really came out of the love of when I was in Europe, and I just wanted to bring it back.
Bringing it, wow,
You were
how
bringing it up,
unusual.
Chef
All right,
Philippe.
you've got to
Appreciate it.
check this
Thanks, man.
out.
Thank you.
And if you go to Chez Philippe, you can get this as an appetizer, right? Appetizer?
Yeah, as an
Okay.
appetizer.
I
We
am
appreciate you
just
being here.
Thank you.
amazed.
All right. Coming up next,